City of Syrup Clips.
The first tape Screw sold to Toe in 1990 was called White Insides, referring to custom leather car interiors. Every tape might not have had a name on it before that, but every tape had a name on it after that, even if it was Screw himself who just made it up as he wrote it. He put his phone number on there, and also started writing Fool in the top right corner in a nod to the crew S.A. Fools. When word got out that you could buy a custom mixtape right there in apartment 100, people started making lists of the songs they wanted to hear, and when he got too many of those lists, Screw started stacking them in a shoebox. Toe, him and Poppy end up getting close, and Poppy the first one I end up listening to a Screw tape with. We was at Poppy house, chillin', listening to music and stuff, and you know Screw had came on the mic and had said something to him. You know, they used to play about each other mamas and stuff like that. So he was telling Poppy, this is a story about Grace. Poppy mom named Grace. There was that 2 Live Crew song, 1 and 1 / We're Having Some Fun, and they just had me laughing. We probably was, 16, 17? Ray Holmes III, Quail Meadows. I was in middle school, and I remember my buddy John Jenkins, he's no longer with us, R.I.P. He was the one that really around me knew Screw best. He was the one that basically was like, hey look, it's these new tapes, these DJ tapes. Mixtapes people are listening to, like cats listening to around the hood, man, you know? And I was like, man, what are you talking about? And he just kind of like slowed down, like he was trying to kind of explain it to me. You know, when you first tell somebody something about the concept of slowing music down, everybody's kind of like, huh? What? You know what I'm saying? But that is what everybody that we knew in our little pocket, in our own little Quail Meadows, Telephone Road, 10,201 section, what the older cats was listening to. And so that's how I kind of came into it. See, Screw was the DJ at the neighborhood skate rink. That's when I first seen him. You know, all my homeboys like, that's Screw there. He was the DJ on Sundays at the neighborhood skating rink, Alameda. Screw had been playing house parties with his cousin Big Bub and DJ Chill, but he was still yet to get a job spinning records. The story goes that MC Wicked Cricket got Screw his first DJ gig, which is likely, considering how many artists the legendary MC gave an early break. But Screw's first consistent gig spinning records happened when he was 17 years old, after he met Ronnie Spencer, a fellow DJ and a singer who spun at the skate rink near the South Belt. Ronnie Spencer, Alameda Skate Rink. It was called The Rink, and I played a lot of music and DJ'd there. After a while, I turned it over to Screw. He took over, and I started in my music career. King Bo, Gulf Meadows. Back at the skating rink, you know, that was when we was all getting off the porch, you hear me?
City of Syrup Clips.
So when it got later into the 90s, man, we was all buck wild. Everybody's spirit changed, you feel me? After all the drugs, everything changed. The music changed with the mind. You still like today these guys with the little tempo, beat tempo and all that. There wasn't no beat tempo. It was in his head. Chris Cooley, cousin. I remember going to the skating rink, walking with him, carrying a box full of records, girls coming up to us, complaining about the slow music. All the guys loved it. Women finally caught on. Big Bub. Screw would take one of them old songs and mix it with an instrumental and get to scratching, or he might just play an instrumental where he just scratching, the whole party, everybody be on the floor. And then Screw knew how to groove shit that kept him on the floor. See, I could bring them to the floor. They'll probably dance 1 or 2 songs if I play 2 good ones back to back, but Screw could play 2 old motherfuckers and have them out there sweating and shit, you feel me? He was always special. He had a different ear than most. His thought pattern was different. Heat Houston, 10201. I was only in the 7th grade when he first started going up there. So, we would stand at the DJ booth because the skating rink, the reason why it was so popular for youths was because it would be a skating rink until, well, the doors opened at like 7 on a Friday, Saturday night, and we would skate them about 9, and then about 9 o'clock, man, Screw would turn off the regular skating music, you know, bounce, skate, roll, all that kind of stuff. And he'd actually go into a club DJ mode, and all the kids would take their roller skates off, and we would run out to the floor, and it was a dance floor. They would convert the roller skating rink into a dance floor, man. And Screw would be up there in the booth, doing his records, and at that time he had 1 turntable and 2 cassette decks, you know what I'm saying? He was working that, himself, especially considering he was spending the bulk of his time in the apartment, working on the turntables. But in 1990, The first people to have him work on a recording project came from inside the house, as it were, from Sterling High School.